Now coming to the speech session, prepared speeches. The first speech will be evaluated by Toastmasters Faisal. I think he has come now. Where is he? For the purpose of purpose statement from the
Toastmaster Jayakumar is attending his elective project level 4 in missionary communications. The title of his elective is Building a Social Media Presence. All the best, Toastmaster Johnson.
As we all know, Fathers has got a lot of job-related type of projects, slightly more oriented towards them compared to some of the previous projects in the legacy system. And I think John Jayakumar is the right type of person to be building the social media presence, the way I have understood. But it disappoints me in two different respects. One is no progress. It's not Excelsior. He was CEO a long time back and he is still CEO only. I expected he will become DEO or something else. I don't know what it is. The second thing he disappointed me was he says he is a passionate wildlife photographer. And he brings his camera to meet me. Please come here. Alright, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. I have a bad throat still me. So, before I go into personal branding, which is my topic of the day, let's talk about branding for a minute. Can anybody tell me the history of branding? When did we start branding? Anybody knows the background to this? Go ahead, please.
Cattle used to be branded so that you could keep count of them. Or
Exactly.
back on their height used to be.
Exactly. So that's how it started. So we used to start branding cattle in 3000 BC. So branding is not new to us. So when we started branding, it was more for identifying which our product is versus somebody else's product. So what I'm going to do now, I'll walk you through a couple of company logos. And I want you to tell me which brand it is and what is the main product that's associated with it. Okay? Okay? Shoes. So Nike and shoes. Pepsi. Soft drinks, right? Google. Search.
Olympic flag.
Olympics. With sports. So, if you look at any particular brand, the way they do it, they want, the moment you look at a logo or the company name, you have to identify that with the particular products that they have and how they differentiate from the others in the market. Now, if you look at personal branding, it's not very different. So, what we will do now, I'll show you a couple of images of very famous personalities. Tell me their name and then tell me what all you know about them. Okay? Okay, so tell me a couple of things what you know about Abdul Kalam.
He was working in ISRO.
Okay.
And he
Rocket man.
Okay, he's from a very poor family.
He was known for simplicity.
Yeah, known for his simplicity. Okay.
He's a Veena player.
Yeah, he's a Veena player.
Past president
of India.
Past president.
Perseverance.
Perseverance.
He's a vegetarian.
He's a vegetarian. I didn't know that. Okay, so let's move to the next personality.
Indra
Nuri. Former CEO of
She's from Wailapur. Chennai girl.
Chennai girl.
she's studying.
What else do you know about Indra Nuri?
Very family oriented.
Very family oriented, right? So if you look at her speeches,
Yes.
she talks about how she manages her personal life and her
Go
career.
buy milk at 10 o'clock after coming back from office.
Yeah.
Say.
Brand ambassador for design thinking.
And she's he's currently on the board of directors of Amazon as well. Who's this? Okay, tell me what you know about Warren Buffett.
The richest man.
Okay,
Charity.
simplicity.
Smallest man, richest.
Yeah,
Old man.
frugal living, right? Frugal living, whole man.
That's why it happening.
Okay,
Started investing at the age of 11.
he's got
Very wise.
very wife.
Started investing at the age of 11.
Okay,
He was a mentor to many,
mentor.
mentor to many people.
Including
Yeah, he's mentored many people. Okay, so let's move to the next person. Tell me something about Steve Jobs.
Stay hungry.
Okay.
Bouncing
What
back after
else?
failure.
Stay hungry. Stay
Bouncing back after failure.
Yeah, bouncing back after failure. He was pushed out from the board of directors of Apple and he came back. Right?
He was in Himalayas for some.
He was in Himalaya. He has come down. He has come down to India. So
He used to eat idli regularly.
you used to eat idli? Okay, I didn't know that. So we looked at these four personalities. How many of you have met any of them in person? Anybody here? 1, 2, 3. But still, we seem to know so much about them. So it's not just about their profession. We know about their personal life. We know about their interests. We know how they live. We know that they are frugal. We know that they are family oriented. How's that? This is personal branding. So you have 3 key elements when it comes to personal branding. First is you put out who you are, right? You tell the world who you are. That's number 1. Number 2, what's your USP? What is a USP? Unique selling proposition. Okay. What is your unique selling? How are you unique? What is it that you bring to the table that the others in your particular category don't have? And the third thing, which is a little new to some of us, is how do you emotionally connect? Now, if you look at branding, the way it worked, in 3000 BC when we started, we branded cattle to say, this is mine, that is yours. Identification. Then branding evolved into trust. If you want to trust my product, I have to brand it so that you can trust it. Then they wanted to build customer loyalty. For that, they invested on branding. But today, the way branding works, this will be very clear if you look at all the Apple advertisements. They don't advertise the products in Apple. They advertise how you can emotionally connect with the product. Because they believe that the product will sell for itself. But you have to build that emotional connection with your customers. The same goes with personal branding as well. When you want to do personal branding, how do you emotionally connect with your audience? That's something that you have to work towards. What is the logo on top? YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, WordPress. What is that? KDP. What does KDP stand for?
Kindle.
It's Kindle Direct Publishing. Okay? Instagram and Pinterest. Now, if you want to do personal branding in today's world, nobody stops you. These are all free tools. You can go out, put videos, you can write your own book, publish it, 0 expense. You can go and create a profile on LinkedIn, build your network. So nothing is stopping you from going and building your own personal brand today. What are the advantages? One is increased trust. The second one, higher perceived worth. When you build a personal image, a brand for yourself, when you go and quote an amount, they are willing to pay more than that because you have already built that repertoire. The inbound opportunities. When you have a personal branding, opportunities will come knocking into your door. You don't have to go looking for opportunities. You can widen your network and you create higher visibility. So this is my LinkedIn page. I have about 6,500 connections. So the way it works, people approach me on LinkedIn for a lot of offers or business partnerships. The same way I am able to go and ping them. So the opportunities for you to personally connect with people is plenty. So I would advise all of you to spend a conscious effort to go and build your own personal brands. Thank you.
The second speech today will be evaluated by Toastmaster Redu Narayan. Toastmaster Redu.
Come here. Yeah,
I
my
was
target.
thinking here, I thought you were a timer or something.
My target speaker is DGM VN Subramanian, and the speech title is Swachh Bharat. The purpose of this project is for the member to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer organization. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience serving as a leader in a volunteer organization. All the
Thank you.
best.
I am disappointed with him. The second speaker, I am discouraged by him. See, wherever I go, I can put up my collar, at least mentally. When somebody says he is 19 years in Toastmasters, it is 19th year. But when this gentleman is in the room, my collar goes down. Because he is 35 years plus. And we had a lot of interaction during our days in Bahrain. See the amount of passion he had. He used to call me to his office after the office hours sometimes. His office was close to my home place. I used to go there. He had fat notebooks with a lot of notes and all his old speech outlines, so many things. He used to discuss about his next project, all those things. Even today, he is quite passionate in the way he is doing it. And today, the topic is about leading in your volunteer organization. It eminently suits him because he is highly socially active. In all the places he has lived, he has been involved in different organizations, associations, whether it may be language group or some social group or local colony group or something like this. He is always very active in this type of thing. So leading in your voluntary organization is the title of the project. Is what is engaging humor. So please join me in welcoming Toastmasters ATM James.
Swachh Bharat Fit India program. Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Don't mistake me that I am bringing one of the taboo topics, politics. As all of you know very well, that taboo topics are sex, religion, and politics. In many Toastmasters club meetings, I have openly told that these three things are very, very important topics. Without these three topics, the speech will be without chicken in chicken biryani. This I have told many places. Apart from that, controlling a speaker without creating any controversies, Swachh Bharat, clean India, clean Chennai, clean Tamil Nadu. Nice, how nice it is. When I was starting for a voluntary organization for this, we used to say that once upon a time it was a stone age and then it became metal age. Now it is garbage. And this garbage playing a very vital role in our life. Because olden days when I was a student and all, my father used to say, you are good for nothing, you will not produce anything in life. But this theory says that I am producing every day 500 grams to 1 kilogram of waste. Every one of us produce. So nobody can say there is no productivity. And in St. Mary's Road, there is one house P.N. Sheshan was living. Former election commissioner, he is no more now. Next bungalow is his brother. He also looks like Muslim. more or less same. Mr. Lakshmi Narayan, he was a DGP or high police officer, IAS officer, IPS officer. In front of his house, there's a garbage heap. So I went to his house as a volunteer and representing an NGO in the cleaning services, self-help. I went to his house. Good morning, sir. He said, why? Why do you come open my gate? I said, I just wanted to see you, sir, greet you. There's a garbage lying in front of your house, one heap. You are going to remove it. And I want to tell you that our services are here. We are motivating people to keep clean. Swachh Bharat. Clean Madras. He said, you look like an LTTE man. You are a terrorist or what? Why you come and open my gate and you are coming inside and trying to advise me for about the cleanliness and who am I? Leave the garbage there. I said, sir, may I know the reason? I will tell you the reasons. The rational reason is whenever somebody asks about my house, I will say, Chennai is road. You see garbage. Opposite side is my house. Now you want to remove that one.
Personal branding.
3 Australians came to Triplicane High Road, and there are a lot of ladies, and one lady is called Lule. I mean, taking English. If I put it in Tamil, it is Mutra Sandhu. All the people go and stand there and kiss on the water. Of course, Suhasini, the artist, she once in a meeting, she said, it's urgent, madam. What we can do? There is no facility. So we pass urine. I never see a lady passing urine by the side of the road. Why you have so much urgency? These Australians came and started sweeping the Triplicane High Road. Sweeping means speak and span. They never talk to anybody. One of them, Craig, Kevin, and David, with big balarans. Everything, you know what are the garbages in our roadside, And once somebody came Onyx, I was deputed to guide them to my hub. And when I went there, it was morning time. So the bridge was the opposite to Tirupati, Tiruvallur temple. Because all children, everybody defecates there. And this Onyx man asked me, this is also garbage. I said, in our country, this is also garbage. So with that, they were sweeping, the 3 Australians. And one lady was coming from the pipe with the water and saying another lady, municipality workers, Australia. But they did. Action speaks louder than words. Many people, when I went to Adambakum for another this voluntary organization meeting, I was telling all these things, I said, we have to keep it speak and span. Go and see the Triplicane High Road. 3 Australians are coming free of cost, they are people. Then one man said, sir, I have a point. Tell me, can you bring the 3 Australians to Adambakum? People are motivated very easily because they only worry about themselves. For this garbage menace, if I call it, 3 things are required, gentlemen ladies. One is strong political will. Second one is accountable and committed bureaucracy. Third one is people's participation. Don't let them. Whatever may. Over to you, sir.
That brings us to the end of today's prepared session. Now the next is an interesting table topic.
Qualified.
The two speakers. Mr. Kramer, can you tell who was the qualified speaker?
Both of them qualified.
Both are qualified. So Toastmaster Jayakumar and Toastmaster Jayakumar, you can vote as you whoever is the better speaker to you. Today's table topic master is Toastmaster Surya. He has not sent me any introduction because he is very well known. In fact, I am He is one of the most amenable and available ESCOM people I have seen in many jobs. You can easily contact him, and he calls back, he replies, he's very prompt. And he is a trier. He wants to learn, he doesn't easily give up because I am one of the persons who shared my thoughts with him frequently and he is not upset about it. So please join me in welcoming Toastmaster
Good evening all.
Thank you.
Yet another interesting session for you. It's going to be for the benefit of just table topics. It's a session where speakers will be called on the stage and you'll be given a topic on the spot and you'll have to think through on your feet and speak. So this typically helps every single person to develop your critical thinking skills. So today we have just 5 speakers. So I'm going to call speakers one after the other with the topics. Speaker number 1, Toastmaster Ramesh. Toastmaster Ramesh, one who sweats more leads lesson 1. One who sweats more leads lesson 1. Toastmaster Ramesh.
Thank you, Surya. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. It's my honor and pleasure to be part of this wonderful event, 525th. I just calculated it's more than 10 years. Shall we have a big round of applause for that? So the way I see the topic is the board, the milestone where we are now standing in 525th session. I could imagine the journey, how all this travel, a lot of sweat might have happened from the individual speakers and then the ExCom members, the travel, the whole journey. It was a wonderful experience and a lot of learnings might have happened. As Sundaraman mentioned, many people might have traveled from X to Y. We have witnessed DGM Jayanti ma'am, sorry. So I could see the point X to Y journey for everyone happens with a lot of sweat, and I see that it's going to happen. There is a saying like, what you are is your gift to God. What you are is your gift to God. What you can make yourself is your gift to God. Gift yourself as one of the world champion. I could inspire from today's Aaron's Beverly speech that the message is very clear. The bottom line message is very powerful, but it's somehow he fabricated with some story. But he might have started the script with the final, I think, from the message what he wanted to convey, and he fabricated and pulled the story, I believe. That's what my takeaway from that speech. But if after listening from this world champion speech, definitely I could see I can also inspire to become a kind of a world champion by going through rigorous like the 5 A's what Sundaraman like Sambat Saudirajan mentioned. I'm very attentive, and then through this continuous learning process, definitely I can aim, and then one day with a lot of sweat I can also win in this world championship.
The next speaker, Toastmaster Venkatesh. Toastmaster Venkatesh. Every professional was once an amateur. Every professional was once an amateur.
Yes, thank you for the nice topic. my profession is a natural for me. My ex-colleague Sunil Joseph knows about that. Each and every day, is very tough for me because I used to inform the client about fake websites and other things. Some clients, it is very difficult to convince them. They will ask that, you are a network engineer, how can you say that? Like a big corporates, they used to quarrel with me. The main problem is, they will call for a video conference with the CEO and vice president, used to sit next to me that. Every day, other team members, they used to say that, I don't know how long you will survive like this. But another benefit is there, my leap towards the profession, now I can say that without any tools, this is a fake website, this is a good website. I would like to conclude the speech.
The next speaker is guest Sharanya. Guest Sharanya. Sharanya. No idea works until you do the work. No idea works until you do the work.
Good evening, everybody. So, I joined Fidelity. I usually see the motivational speeches. So I always think like I have to achieve something in life. So I used to see so many speeches, but I never come out for anything, for like presenting. So my manager was pushing me for all the presentations, and once I've done many presentations I've done, I will do my best. I'll be able to talk without any pause, but I have the nervousness from the beginning till the end. Somehow I have to complete the presentation. So once I had a presentation where it is with a very big audience, and all are very technical people, and all are like very senior people who are like 15 to 20 years experience. We have to present a short summary about like the positives and negatives that we have done. So what happened is, due to my nervousness, I started to read all the slides. That was I was not able to like finish it off properly, but I completed the slides. There was no meaning in that. So the next day, I got a message like regarding the speech craft that was conducted by John and Anagapan. So I voluntarily came up, and I make use of all the 8 sessions that were conducted by them. So maybe the first session I was sitting and listening like what is happening in the spacecraft, but after that all the sessions I participated in any one of the speech, like it is table topic or speech. So it was really helpful, and this brought me up here today. Thank you.
How many of you think that your name being called up in TT session is a trouble?
Is it trouble?
Seriously, today I did not expect my name without knowing I would have came.
If we raise our hands, you'll call us.
The next person whom I'm going to call will, I believe, might have a trouble. Let me just call upon Toastmasters Shankar. Toastmaster Shankar. Don't trouble the trouble until the trouble troubles you. Don't trouble the trouble until the trouble troubles you.
Okay. Good evening to all. I think the topic it is, what I was expecting the topic, what the topic it is coming to me, it is giving more trouble than what other person spoken about. So there was an incident, it happened near to my home. It happened in the last month when the dog, it is going on their way. So while I was driving with myself and my wife on the pillion rider, so I want to show my superiority to my wife that because my wife scared about the dog. So the dog just sleeping on the lane at the corner. So I started my vehicle with a very rash. Then the dog didn't do anything for at least for a seconds or 5 seconds. Then still I wanted to my that superiority to my wife. Then I rash. Then that dog then get up and started biting. Barking more than my wife. Okay, I scared about the dog and I fall down. Unfortunately, my wife didn't fall down, so she wasn't standing at the time. She was seeing me and smiling and laughing at me. So that was the lesson which I learned. So unless trouble comes to you, don't go there, or otherwise the trouble will make you more trouble. Thank you.
Next speaker and the last person would be Toastmaster Venkatakrishnan. Toastmaster Venkatakrishnan. Things are meant to be used, people are meant to be loved. Things are meant to be used, people are meant to be loved.
I think we have been talking about the people raising their hands and trying to get a topic for particular things. More than this, my heart is also rising, and things are meant to be.
Things are meant to be liked.
Meant to be.
Things are meant to be used.
And one point, what I can think of is that we require people. See, most of us believe that we can manage without people. I can even talk about my business. I have one set of business where I believe that I can manage my own way of doing it. I don't require outsiders' help. Now, understanding people or making them to collaborate with my work, I suddenly realized that people are very, very important. In kind of segment which I am in, I would say the healthcare segment, I have come to a conclusion: without using people, without a support of people, it will be very difficult for me to conduct my line of activity. So, using people is very, very important in any kind of activity. Another one is things, of course. Now the things have changed dramatically, and we have been fortunate enough to have technologically oriented. Now, using this particular tool, either it can be a social media or any other media, any machine what you are using it, it is sensible to use the machine part of it. I would rather give more importance to the people than to the machines. Thank you.
Now I would request.
I forgot.
I forgot a point. So now I would request you to vote for the best table topic speaker. Before that, can I have the qualified speaker's name? And speakers I would like to.
All table topic speaker are qualified. Mr. Toastmaster Ramesh,
Just raise your hand.
Toastmaster Venkatesan, and guest Sharanya.